Chief or Gima of Nipissing First Nation, and I want to welcome everybody here to our territory this morning at this special occasion where we're going to be opening up the new bridge that was constructed here. So I'm just going to say a few remarks on the bridge, and then I'm going to introduce some guests that I have here this morning with us. So this bridge represents more than an infrastructure project to Nipissing First Nation. It not only connects our residents and businesses to those of our neighbors to the east of us here, but it also represents a new way of doing business that has created new opportunities for our First Nation that we will continue to build on with our partners. As we all know, the bridge itself is a historic structure by Ontario's sole sourcing of this $12 million project of the Nipissing-Miller Partnership was historic as well. First Nations have historically been shut out of opportunities to participate in infrastructure projects such as this bridge here we're standing on today. So this new approach to creating opportunities for skills development, job creation, procurement, while building much needed infrastructure was groundbreaking. We are grateful to the province and Minister Vic Fideli for supporting this opportunity for our First Nation to fully participate in the local economy, especially on a project that is immediate adjacent to our community. Nipissing and Miller have nurtured a strong business relation for over 15 years, and the successful completion of this first joint venture project represents the fruits of that relationship building and a lot of hard work. This is just the beginning. I have no doubt that our partnership will only continue to grow, build capacity, and yield benefits for our community and those that surround us. I would now like to introduce Francois Vachon, President of the Miller Group, to say a few words, please. Francois.
Good morning, Chief Scott, Councillor Dwayne, Brandon, employees, and everyone else here this morning to celebrate the grand opening of this masterpiece and great story about a great partnership. My name is Francois Vachon. I'm one of the director of the Nipissing-Miller joint venture and the president of the Miller Group. We're finally here. We finally made it. We're opening the bridge today. It's a little later than we originally planned on, but it's not the fault of the partnership. Let's remember that the entire world over the last 18 months was greatly affected by the COVID. As if the project was not complicated enough, the COVID had to be part of it. But you know, it made it challenging for us, but we produced a great product. What a great job by the partnership that built an amazing structure. We could have picked a tougher project to start with our first joint venture, but we picked this one, and it's a success. And we did it safely, with safety in mind. We had no lost time incident on this project since the beginning. I'd like to thank everyone involved in this massive project, starting by the Nipissing First Nation team, who first off agreed to partner with the Miller Group. Although we have been working together for several years, as Chief mentioned, this is the first real joint venture that we did together in a true sense, and it's a great success. I also want to thank all the employees that were involved in this project, but also, last but not least, the ministry officials that made this happen for all of us. We, our community, we all need to be proud of our participation in this project. In closing, I'd like to thank the Nipissing First Nation for organizing this event this morning. In the name of Miller, you can be assured that we're very proud of our involvement in this project, and we're very proud of being your partners. Thank you.
Miigwech, merci Francois for being part of this huge milestone for us today. Miigwech. It's been a pleasure working with your team. I also would like to thank from that team Jean-Pierre Breton, over here, JP, Chris O'Reilly, Chris, and Frank Vanderberg. Thanks, Frank. And last but certainly not least, I want to say a huge miigwech to all the workers that have dedicated all the hours and all the hard work to make this whole project possible. It's one thing for, yes, absolutely. Too often the credit goes to, you know, the politicians and the people that do all the planning, but I worked construction for most of my life. Huge thank you to you guys. Really appreciate it. So, without any further ado, I'd like to make this this official by doing the ribbon cutting ceremony. So if we can get some assistance with Jen there, we'll maybe Wayne, maybe you can set this in.
We're just opening one lane.
Just before we do this, I would like to ask our elder to come up and do a smudge and do a miigwechowin in our language to honor the bridge and honor the people who worked here. And for us, it's just doing things in the proper way. It's part of our ceremony. So, Evelyn, Gokmis.
I already went around and bonjour. Hello everyone, good morning. Very beautiful morning to do the ceremony on the bridge. We call that Arshgun. Arshgun will be a new bridge where you can travel across. And bonjour. Chimiigwech. Nungum Gishgak. Ook Miss Evelyn, there's no cause, dan ons win. Maar een bezien de bendagos. Men wen dam kan ongom gibe don goyan, gibe kwes me goyan, man gibe wido kazian, samang gibe nen mago. Men an shabang gisa, sama, when I can get going in finish is segment one and key. Miigwechwan on ga, kashem the do, where it not care. Wap nunga ended. Where they can go misak, mishom sak. And I went out nanonik. Can I get seem not gosh more jawat? What weather. Minenda got miigwechwan on ga, tak me kwa. Can I go ki mean goyang Jesus no gum gi ben opposite gi be wabang mina kana gem tikok mina arshgan gi mean goyang mina nibi ge opcheck epi tenda gwak mina kana am shkikin mina nesawen ge opcheck win object tong Mina kena ma gibe nani boyang, son ga boyang, mom we nani boyang. Mina just on day young ge, anong gome and no key. Chimiigwech.
Oh, Chimiigwech.
All right, miigwech, Gokmis. So we can make this official. Now I think maybe what I'd like to do is just spread this out a little further, and I'd like to get my counselors in here at the back, as well as the Miller team. Oh, is that it? Okay. They cheaped out on the ribbon. It's over budget, so we'll squeeze in here. Joan, Mariana.
Oh, thanks.
Dwayne.
Try to get a little bit more.
Brendan, please. Yeah, we can give Francois here one.
Don't get my
Come on in closer, guys. Come on in closer here. So, as much as this is a historic event on a few different levels, there's one thing that I want to also say. Like, from the province of Ontario's point of view, this is a historic bridge. But from our community's perspective, it's a historic business arrangement that hasn't happened till this very day. As far as history goes, this creek here, the Duchesnay Creek, has been crossed for thousands of years by our people. So when we look at the bridge being historic, it's historic in a colonized way, meaning that it's only 150 years old, but our people have been crossing this creek for millennia. And I think that's important to know. And as we move forward in this new partnership of doing things and being more inclusive, I think this represents a very not metaphorical, but actually literal bridge building between our communities. So I want to say Chimigwech, and let's go ahead.
Hey, what up?
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mariana.
Can we get a picture with everybody, with the crew as well?
Yeah,
Just
guys, come on
quick
back.
shot. Come on in here, guys.
No, I went for
My crew. Yeah, come on. They're all shy. Eh?
And then my
If everybody can stay in, we'll get a group photo. Jamie, don't leave her arm.
Move in, Wayne. Come on. Johnny, come on in front. You're too short to be in the back.
Here, ladies, come on up front. I can see you all in the back. You got it.
I can see over here.
Oh,
It's getting hot there, guys.
I saw the guy that started. Happy.
Have you ever met him in person?
Happy.
You're grabbing? Thank you.
Chief, would we be able to pull you aside?
Yes, for sure.
Thank you.
As soon as I get rid of these.
Yeah.
I can hold him.
Jen. Oh.
Hi, Mariana.
Don't mind if I keep my glasses on because I'm almost blind. Right.
Sorry. Everybody, we're good to go? Chief, you mentioned this isn't metaphorical, this is literal. A connection between Nipissing First Nation and the city of North Bay. And while this is a current connection, this river has been passed, like you said, for thousands of years. So this is really more important than just a bridge opening today.
Absolutely, absolutely. Since the signing of the treaty back in 1850 and then the passing of the Indian Act, we've been subsequently shut out of the economy, marginalized, and really this is the first big opportunity that my community has had with the province of Ontario to show exactly what type of work we can do, what our abilities are, and to be part of the economy. I've often told our neighboring politicians that when Nipissing First Nation does good, the surrounding area does good. So this is just another example of how we can play a key role in the economy of Ontario and the local economy here in North Bay.
You stress the importance of this relationship with Miller, this joint business partnership. Maybe we can talk a bit about that more and why it's different perhaps than some other projects that have taken place.
Because we've been working on our partnership with Miller for about 15 years now, and Miller has been really open to the ideas of having not just a token role for First Nations, but for us to actually take a lead role in this partnership where we own 51% of the business partnership, and we're actually contributing and being part as a full-fledged partner, not just an add-on to say that we're including Indigenous people, but a full-fledged partner in this business relationship.
The bridge has been closed for 2 years. What does this mean for like day-to-day life now for you?
Well, there's been a lot of anticipation, obviously, to get this bridge reopened, not only from my community, but also from the North Bay community, to get this reopened. It's going to be somewhat short-lived because we have to do the phase 2 of this, which is the other side. But it's good news all the way around. People are happy that now they can take their shortcut in. And for our businesses here in the community, it means a lot because the quick access to our business retailers was basically stymied by the fact that the road changed directions. So this is big for our community for sure.
Do you find that there's more of a willingness to listen from the general public? Is with the being on the consciousness with the residential schools and the devastating news about that, is the general public more willing to listen to issues and moving forward and trying to reconcile?
Absolutely. In Indigenous circles, we talk about the Indigenous children that were found and how they weren't silenced and how they're coming back today to have their voices and to be heard. And I believe it has woken a lot of Canadian citizens as to what the real history was in this country, and it's really a pressure and a movement to move towards true reconciliation, because up until now we've only received lip service on that, but once you get the Canadian public pushing Canadian government, then things start to happen. So it's not good enough just to talk to the politicians. It's about getting the voters' attention and making them put the pressure on the Canadian government to move forward and towards reconciliation and correcting those wrongs that were put on us over the last century and a half.
Thank you, Chief. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, he's talking to someone down there. Yeah. On the microphone.
Oh, okay.
All the way down.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But for a long run park, that's how long we are. That heat, though, I do.
No, yeah. Well, I have lots of good memories. I guess I just remember the day that when I was at the doctor's office. So when you came and sat beside you, I think it was a very special day.
I honestly don't.
That's when we first met.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, this morning.
getting hot out here. But I showered obviously.
So I guess you can turn left going to
Yeah, it's a good track. It's not the track's called. But yeah, I don't know. They do my shoe right, and it's actually funny. My sister ran that yesterday and fell as well. So must be in the family. Nice to meet you.
Sorry, I didn't meet you.
Dave. Clark. Oh, okay. Nice to meet you, man. Your TV, of course. One of my favorites. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, no, it was. Nice, man. I came in the wrong way on Park. Where the hell?
We came through that way.
It's like all languages if you don't.
Oh, I came through and like a street sweeper guy almost hit me, and he just he's yelling at me, man. Just like, and I'm like, what? And he just go to the road closed,
Ask me any
And I'm like, I thought this bridge was open.
I know.
And then it's surprisingly a long walk.
It is, especially right in the sun.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just down there. How was karaoke? Yeah, I saw your post. Are you saying, obviously? I've always had a hero.
Better cut your grass early.
Oh, 2 rolls in.
In London.
Picked it up really quick. I had one person.
You went to Clinton.
What
Yeah,
happened?
what's that, like 5?
What happened?
I'm going to like Goddard tomorrow, so same thing.
You don't look like you should there anymore.
Well, I'm gonna go home tonight, and then it's my friend's release night.